former bodyguard Gene Deal has warned Diddy's son, Christian, about potential threats to his safety. According to Deal, Christian was involved in the release of footage with Cassie, which has contributed to Diddy's recent legal problems.
Came out with where he was coming at 50 and coming at everybody, coming at his dad. Like, how you feel about that record?
Well, first I want to say to this young man, before somebody take his head off, cause see, that's that new school bull crap that these kids out here, they easy to fly out their mouth with that. You don't invite a man to your private. You don't invite a man to your private unless you doing the Diddy. If two men lay down, how many homos get up? Let me tell you, young man, 2 of them. You understand? So don't invite a man to your private, because that man will see you and take your head off. Especially somebody like 50. You don't send or let a boy do a man's job. I don't know if he need that type of attention or he want that type of attention. Evidently he do. But 50 is the wrong dude that you want to do that type of attention, get that kind of attention from, bro. In the infamous words of Waka Flocka, that nigga go hard in the paint. And I don't believe that this cat would even put out some trash like that and really didn't know what he was doing. He's teasing the federal government. And I told y'all, the Southern District of New York.
It seems that Diddy's son could cause serious consequences for Diddy's actions, possibly even leading to a life sentence.
Something get leaked to the press. Do you notice that, right? Soon as he did that dumb shit, talking about, well, we did this and we did that. We had this over here, y'all went to the wrong house. Some went to, he said, well, we're gonna show you how wrong we are. Yo, CNN, run this. Action, roll them. Don't play with the feds, bro. Because you got to realize this. They got a lot of time.
2 days after attending his father's court hearing on sex trafficking charges, Christian King was seen spending time with his girlfriend, Raven. A video shared online shows the couple enjoying themselves after Raven spoke at the Essence Feed Deaf Funds panel on Saturday.
In law enforcement for 27 years, and I had the opportunity to see HIDA. It's a place, whereas they have the state, the feds, the NYPD, the Department of Corrections, and the state police. Yo, this place could be half of a basketball court. That's where they just got lines of computers with officers of all different people and officers just on the internet. Whoever's over that case, whoever's working that case, don't you know they saw that and took it.
2 days after attending his father's court hearing on serious charges, Christian King was seen kissing his girlfriend, Raven, and dancing with friends. He proudly told the camera that he had the baddest girl in the world. His mother, Janice Combs, was also at the hearing, where Diddy was denied bail for the 3rd time. With a trial date set for May 5th, Christian is also facing legal trouble of his own. In April, a lawsuit was filed against him, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman named Grace at a yacht party in December 2022. The suit also names Diddy, claiming he is responsible for the yacht's premises. Both Christian and Diddy have denied the allegations, calling the lawsuit baseless.
Hi, Hector!
Yo.
Grace's lawsuit also claims that Christian Combs boarded the yacht visibly intoxicated and made her feel uncomfortable with unwanted attention. She alleges he pressured her to take tequila shots, which she believes may have been spiked. According to the lawsuit, Christian then became aggressive and groped her inappropriately. The lawsuit also mentions producer Rodney L. Jones, who was on the yacht, for having audio recordings that allegedly contain hours of evidence showing illegal activities involving Diddy and his team.
Years old at the time. She believed that the trip would be a, quote, wholesome family excursion, but says it, quote, turned into a hedonistic environment, even describing rampant drug use amongst sex workers and celebrities who came on board. She believes that the alcohol on the yacht had been laced with drugs because she says women would have one drink and then almost immediately pass out or start falling over. This is, by the way, something that was also alleged in Jones's lawsuit, that Combs would spike the drinks of different people. But focusing on Christian Combs, Markey says that Christian Combs had been staying at a villa on the shore, but that he would come onto the yacht in the evening to party. And on December 28, 2022, Christian reportedly arrived very intoxicated and then proceeded to pressure Markey to take shots of tequila.
She further alleges that Christian Combs arrived on the boat heavily intoxicated and gave her an uncomfortable amount of attention. The suit states that Christian pressured her to take shots of tequila, which she suspects was spiked, and that he later became aggressive, groping her inappropriately. The suit also references audio recordings made by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who was present at the time, and claims to have hours of footage documenting illegal activities involving Diddy and his staff.
Markey reportedly told Christian, quote, "Excuse me, you don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. If I want to do this, then I will. You don't touch my legs like that." Markey then says that she told Christian she couldn't stay with him unless it was approved by a supervisor, all of whom she knew would be asleep at the time, so this was a way for her to get out of the situation. She claims that Christian said, "Who can I talk to? I'm going to say I requested you right now." Markey then says she responded with, quote, "Well, you can take your hand off my ass for the first thing." Markey says that she tried to go back to her work, but Christian found her again, wanted her to find him a place to sleep for the night. So she ended up taking him to the cinema room for the yacht, which doubled as a place for people to sleep. And she claims that is when Christian blocked her and groped her, took off his clothes, tried to force her to perform oral sex on him. She says that she was able to fight him off until someone came in. Now, the lawsuit goes on to say that Markey told the yacht captain what happened the very next day, but he didn't believe her, didn't do any sort of real investigation. She says the captain retaliated against her for months after the alleged assault, before ultimately firing her in May of 2023. Now, aside from her account, aside from a potential other witness, right, the person that allegedly walked in on this, what proof is there that this happened? Well, she reportedly has photos of the bruises that she says were caused by this event with Christian Combs. The quote was, "Our attempts to share this proof with Mr. Jones's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, have been ignored, as Mr. Blackburn refuses to return our calls." Holly goes on to say, "We will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate action against those who make them." Then the attorneys for Universal Music Group, one of the defendants who are also being sued by Rodney Jones for their alleged participation and facilitation of the abuse and trafficking claim by Jones, they argued that the claims were so, quote, offensively false that one of these attorneys, Donald Zakarin, wrote, "A license to practice law is a privilege. Mr. Blackburn, plaintiff's lawyer, has misused that license to self-promote, gratuitously, falsely, and recklessly accusing the UMG defendants of criminal behavior." So a lot of back and forth that we're seeing right here. And again, to be clear, everything that Diddy and his sons are facing are accusations. They haven't even been criminally charged. These are civil lawsuits. There has been no finding by a judge or a jury that they are liable at this point. Having said all of that, this is a very significant development.
In jail, facing multiple legal challenges, including 6 new lawsuits. Former bodyguard Gene Deal has expressed doubts about Diddy's chances in the upcoming trial.
How do you feel about it, man?
I think if their lawyer got that off, they did a great job. Because you got to realize some of these cases, even you get regular drug cases, they be taking a year or 2 years to go through all the paperwork, everything they want to do, how the guy weighed out, getting the witnesses and everything together. I think the lawyer thinking that they're not going to be able to give them discovery and enough discovery in that short of time. Because the prosecutors are not going to present anything to the court that they think they can't prove. You understand what I'm saying? So the prosecutors is going to try to, go through everything. And that's a short time, brother. That's less than what? May? That's less than 7-8 months. You talking about 18 businesses. You talking about they got, I think they say 170 witnesses. You understand? They got 1,000 bottles of oil they got to test. Allegedly baby oil that they got to test. And I said allegedly baby oil because that's what the prosecutor said. Alleged baby oil. He didn't say baby oil. He said alleged baby oil. So that means that it may be something, or some of those bottles wasn't baby oil. You talking about victims and their statements and presenting them to the courts. So they got a lot of things. So that was a smart move by the defense, trying to get the trial, a speedy trial, so the prosecutor only have so much evidence that they could present. It could help them and it can hurt them too.
How you feel about Diddy lawyers coming out blaming the government for leaking, the tape of Cassie?
Well, the lawyers are doing what they supposed to do. They supposed to trying to try this case in the public's eye. You understand? So Diddy could probably get off by them saying that the prosecutors them released the tape. The grand jury have every right to see any kind of evidence out there that the prosecutor want to give them. Now, them leaking it and everything like that, that's not going to decide whether the judge is going to allow them to dismiss the case because they leaked this one this trial, because they're going to try to state he can't get a fair trial because the prosecutors are trying to win their case in the public's eye. That's not going to be, it's going to be up to the judge to decide whether that was significant enough to not have this trial. His lawyers are trying to do anything, and they're going to try to do anything to win this case without it first going in front of a jury, without it first going in front of the judge like that. So what they're doing is They're gonna try to play all different kind of cards to make us think, you understand, the dude is innocent and he's been done wrong and unfair. That's what the lawyer's supposed to do. But it ain't gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work. Just like, hold up, but just like first bail denied, second bail denied, the third bail denied. They don't trust the lawyers, and they damn well don't trust Diddy being out in public or in the streets or at home.
Peel's warning about Diddy's son adds to the growing rumors surrounding Diddy, especially with theories suggesting he may have been involved in targeting artists he had conflicts with, like Nipsey Hussle. Although these allegations are unconfirmed, they paint a darker picture of Diddy's influence in the industry, fueling suspicions about his past actions and connections.
Beef up their case, bro. They're going to continue to beef up their case once they continue to dig and get stuff. Once they continue to dig and get more stuff from the business part of it, they're going to use those charges. Because if he did anything that was illegal regarding tax evasions, money laundering, they're going to use that. If he had used his company and his power for the racketeering and things like that, so they can get the RICO Act on there, they're going to use that. Any new news that can make their case powerful and they can present it to the court, they're going to use it. As long as they give it to the defense team in the discovery, they're going to use everything. But it's going to be difficult for Puff to fight his case in jail. You know how hard it is to fight your case and go through every last one of those victims, or whether you know them or not. All that paperwork he had to do, you got to realize they only get a lawyer like 2 hours, I think. Anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. And maybe on certain days, depending on where you at. How is he going to fight his case decent in jail? But that's what happened where you lay your head.
So you don't see any kind of way he get out of this?
Bruh, I would bet whatever I had that he ain't got no chance in hell in getting out of here. All because they already got one witness for the sex trafficking case. And that's all you need. And when you only have to have one witness for the sex trafficking case, even though she may have been a participant, and I'm talking about Cassie, it's going to be hard for him to.
2022 interview on The Crew Show with Real 92.3, Diddy discussed his role as executive producer for Nipsey Hussle's * Victory Lap * album, which earned a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album at the 61st Grammy Awards. Diddy, the founder of Love Records, shared that Nipsey invited him to contribute just 5 days before the album's completion. Despite his involvement, Diddy mentioned that his name was initially left off the album credits, even though his contributions were significant.
Say he was a demon. I think I said that you gotta watch what you say to these demons. And I might have put him in the same category. But I didn't per se, he's a demon. Now he's done shit that I projected, I see that demons does. When I seen him picked up that dove, and a dove supposed to be that of new beginning in life, and the dove fell to the ground straight like it was dead. The day we did that, he did that ritual in the park before he went to trial with Sean. Bruh. And I'll tell you that story if we talk about Sean. If we talk about Sean today, I'll tell you that story. All right? How about that? Now don't go figure out something to talk to me and ask me about Sean. Yeah, but if we talk about Sean, I'll ask that. But what you was asking me is that, listen here, man. I did not know Nipsey Hussle. I knew of him and the positive things that he was trying to do out there in his community. the music that he was putting out, that I could say, based on conversations that I heard him speak, that the man was spiritually connected. He was a child of God. He had gotten in front of Puffy one time, and he told Puff that he was putting out this music, and I guess Puff was helping him in some kind of way, and he said something. And that what he said was, I need my music and my album to have the same feel of that life after death like Biggie's album. Now, you taking a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as life after death. That same feel was that Biggie got murdered and he went on to sell about 10 million albums or 10 million copies. I was saying, you gotta watch what you say to demons, because it just might come true. You just gotta watch what you say, brother, because God said that you say it by mouth, you believe it in thy heart, and it shall happen. And when you got a strong spirit, and you that type of person, you gotta watch what you say out your mouth, man.
You think it was a good idea for Nipsey to be cool with Diddy?
I really can't speak on what and the reason why that man would, when he was already doing a great job himself with the team that he had. But somebody convinced him that that would be a good look for him. But no disrespect.
Inside look into Diddy's contributions to * Victory Lap * emerged just a day before he was announced as a headliner for the 2022 iHeartRadio Music Festival. However, Nipsey Hussle isn't the only artist tied to rumors surrounding Diddy's controversial actions. His name has also been linked to other troubling theories involving various figures in the music.
Like meant to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap. So a lot of people don't know this. We got them to change it in Wikipedia. Somebody over at the label tried to leave my name out, but he came to me and said, I want you to be a part of helping me finish up this album. And so I was a part of not just the records I was on with him on his last album. He was like, yo, I'm a big fan of like Life After Death. You know what I'm saying? And I know you got like that vibe, but I'm bringing like that vibe. Like my stuff, it has a West Coast sound, but it also has a bad boy sound. So I felt like, yo, I really need you to come and help me out with this. So that's why I have so much footage of us in the studio, because like the last 5 days of him finishing the album, he came to me and said, would you come on as one of the executive producers? And man, we had just started really getting extra close and tight. And then, everything happened. But individual that like sent from God, and I know we sad, and I know that we miss him, but I'm telling you, like, he did his work. The way he has inspired, the way he inspires me, he did his work, and he represented LA like no other. Top-notch, glorious, godly, positive, loving, trying to save the community. Like, this cat is really real. He was up there to me with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.